is there a capacity that we could strengthen in ourselves that might help?
Do you know, I think one of the most valuable learning experiences, tools, whatever, is the opportunity to chew it over with other counsellors.
Right.
Because even just preparing for tonight, the conversations that we've had as a three, and Sue and I, and in the preparation for the safeguarding course that we're running, we've had so many discussions where we've really tousled apart our understanding. And I think, I've been on loads of young people's training courses where you learn to use a sand tray, you learn about narrative, you learn puppets, you learn this, that, the other, loads of stuff. But that's not what I find challenging in a counselling room. It's when the parent bursts in and it's, oh gosh, this kid has just drawn a massive thing on the wall and they want their mum to come in and see it now. Right. What do I have to quickly think about? And it's having had the opportunity to do that with colleagues, which we don't get a lot of, because and I think that's why we've put these courses together, because, there are lots of places to learn tools and skills and that sort of thing. But actually what my foundations rest on is my ethics and my principles and my understanding of being a counsellor with young people. And that only grows and comes from what we're doing tonight, chewing things over with my supervisor, with Sue, with yourself, that kind of scenario. Yeah. So I think it comes back to that for me. And the more I can get, the better, really. I don't know about...
Like, it sounds like it's so important that we don't work in isolation. Like, when we're working with children, young people, we need to be developing those collegial relationships where we can really trust someone. I can see you nodding, Sue. Like, that's a big part.
I think it's in those conversations that I can strengthen my own values and principles. So I might be having a discussion with someone who works in a completely different way to me, and I might really disagree with the way they do things. But that's helpful to me. That I know I end up being clearer about where I stand and why. And I think the other thing that helps me when I can do it, when I'm faced with a dilemma, is just slowing down. That I can feel quite panicky and in a rush to do something and in a rush to come up with an answer. But just pausing to discuss with the client, you want mum to come in now, so what would happen if she did, and what would you like me to say, and what will you say, and what will we do afterwards, and so just really trying to slow down and think about all the what ifs, or as many of the what ifs as I can anticipate.
Well, that sounds like great advice, just to take those couple of deep breaths and slow it down. Everybody else is probably in the panic, or the client or the parent, and just to they sound like really great pieces of advice to have good colleagues that we're accessible to, they're accessible to us, and to become practiced at slowing down.